Hey, my friends, welcome back. Another dynamics episode for you. We're going to talk today about rectilinear motion in a spherical coordinate system. Does that sound complicated? It's not that bad. It's not that bad. We can figure this out, okay? Before I do that, I think I've done you wrong. I don't think that I explained this to you good enough. I want to know if you know the answer to this question. Okay, let's say you go to Walmart today and someone runs into you that you don't even know, right? And they're like, you got an engineering shirt on. Can I ask you a question? Yeah, what's that? What's a derivative? Can you answer that question? I know you know how to mathematically do a derivative. You learned that in calculus, right? I know how to move the exponent down and put the coefficient out front. I know how to do that, right? What does it mean? What is a derivative? What does that mean? I know integral is like the area under the curve. I can calculate the area under any weird shape I want with an integral, but what is a derivative? What is the point of it? What does it do? Can you answer that question? Some of you I know can, but a lot of you I know cannot, okay? Because, we're using that here in dynamics, but it may not make sense. Like, they just said use it, and so I'm using it. I don't know why. I don't know what it is, okay? Gang, a derivative is nothing more than a way to measure the rate of change of something. I don't care what it is, right? So here's point one, here's point two, okay? Those are maybe X, a position in space. If I'm going to move from point one to point two, I better have some velocity along the way. So then that's why we get dx dt, right? Change in position relative to that change in time, right? So how do I get from point one to point two, right? Now we know that that's going to be equal to velocity, right? Now, if I'm going to get to point one, point two faster along the way, then my velocities are going to change along the way. So I wonder what my velocities are with respect to time. The rate of change of velocity, okay? And that would be dv dt, right? We know this. Change in velocity over change in time, that is acceleration, right? Same thing. If you say, you're too fat, you got to take a shot. I'm going to give myself the lose weight shot, right? Then I could track maybe my weight loss over time, right? And that would be dw dt would give me pounds per day, right? So you could have a rate of change of weight loss, right? So your derivative can be used for anything you want to determine what is the rate of change of the thing. Maybe that refreshes that from calculus. Maybe you just were I don't know, they made us do derivatives, but I never understood what the heck they were, right? Now you know, okay? All right. So, sorry. Side lesson, no extra charge. Okay. Let's go and see if we can talk about what we're going to do today. And today we're talking about living in a spherical coordinate system, okay? So here's what we're talking about. Let's say I have something like this, okay? And I've got some point here in the middle, okay? This is my radius, okay? Let's just call this the x-axis, okay? So spherical coordinate. What you have here is the radius. How far is it from the center out to the point where, the end of your vector? You've got also this, which is, we call z. It's just the height, okay? It's the height of where it is in that cylinder. And then there's one more thing, and that is this. That's theta. That's a theta, okay? And that's on the plane of the floor of that. So theta is how much in this direction, right? And z is how tall am I over here? And R is how far out am I, right? Okay? So, and just think of this as I, J, K, okay? It's the same as the I, J, K coordinates, X, Y, Z in a 3D coordinate system. But instead of being in a 3D coordinate system, we're in a round coordinate system, okay? We just changed the whole coordinate system, okay? So we have some new equations that we're going to use today, okay? We have one for velocity and we have one for acceleration. The one for velocity, r dot. Now, what the heck is dot? Do you remember dot? I don't know dot, okay? Dot is this, right? If you have r dot is what? Is the first derivative, okay? So if this is position, this is velocity, right? Just like I just did up there, right? Then we take the derivative of velocity. What did we get? Boom, r double dot, which is acceleration, right? So the same thing, right? So the dots mean velocity, acceleration in a spherical coordinate system, okay? So this is like unit vector, right? This is the same as like I hat, but this is unit vector for R for this, right? Remember, we're working in a different coordinate system, okay? So we have a unit vector for R, and over here we got R times theta dot, which unit vector for theta, and then we have Z dot, unit vector for Z. So this is like I, J, K, only in circle world, right? Okay. And then for acceleration, we've got R double dot minus R theta dot squared, and that's your R component. And then you got R times theta double dot plus 2R dot theta dot, and that's your theta component. And then finally over here we got Z double dot is your Z component for acceleration. Now that sounds like a lot, and to be honest with you, I am going to struggle to remember that for a test. So if I'm going into a test, I'm going to have to remember that right before the test, right? Because these are hard for me to remember. Maybe you have I don't have a trick for you. I don't have a trick for you to learn this. I'm sorry. Dang it. Okay, maybe I'll think something up. Okay, so let's see if we can apply this to a problem, okay? We got a problem over here. Okay, a fire truck is to rescue a cat in a tree. We got a cat in a tree. She's stuck like that. Don't worry. She likes to lay upside down. She's broken. Are you broken? Kind of broken. Okay, she's a slinky. The ladder's extended and lifting, rotating and lifting at the same time. So it's doing three things at one time. So we got to go rescue Sweetie out of the tree. Sweetie, do you want to go? I think she said she's going to go. All right, go ahead. Okay. So we want to know the motion of the ladder, end of the ladder. So here's the ladder. So the end point of the ladder up here is defined as follows. Okay, now it's doing three things at one time. Okay, let me show you a little trick. Okay, look what I got here. Let's say that the fire truck, the turret on the fire truck where the ladder is the center of the ball. Okay, the end of the ladder when he pulled up is right here. Here's the end of the ladder, right? As he pulled up, the operator, he's really good. He starts extending it and rotating it and lifting it at the same time. So as he's going, right, that point that used to be in the middle, right, used to be right here, is now maybe over here, okay? And it's continuing to get bigger and bigger. So started out here, and now it's going, it's going this way, it's going that way, and it's also going out. It's got bigger. So now maybe this is the point, right? So we want to know 2 seconds along this operation, what's the magnitude of the velocity of that point, right? And what is the magnitude of the acceleration at that point 2 seconds into this operation to save Sweetie out of the tree. Okay? So, they define for us what is r, what is theta, and what is t, right? And so what I've done here is I cheated and I already took the derivative for you, okay? So the derivative of 2t, remember, you take the 2 down to the front and you reduce the exponents. This becomes 4t. This one, you take the exponent, which is 1, take it down to the front. So this one's 4. Same thing here. This one becomes 0.5 because the t goes away. And then, of course, you take the derivative of that, it's 0. And same thing down here, you got 3t, 3 and 0, okay? So we want to know what is the acceleration 2 seconds into this operation to save Sweetie out of the tree. Let's see, can we do it, okay? Are y'all with me? We're going to start off with this fella right now. This should be pretty easy. This is just plug and play now, isn't it? Okay, so V, and we'll just call this V 2 sec, okay, is equal to R dot. I don't know what R dot is. Oh, 4t, not 40. 4t. Did y'all know that I didn't know how to spell 40 until I was over 40? I thought it was F-O-U-R-T-Y. That makes sense to me. I wrote checks that way. Psh, you know how many checks I had bounce? 0. And then one day my wife was like, dummy, that's not the way you spell that. And I was like, yeah, it is. She said, no, it has an O-R. And I was like, I didn't know that. Okay, so here we go. 4t, we'll put that in there. And that's our u vector for the r, okay? And then plus r times theta dot. R is 2t squared, okay, times theta dot, which is 0.5. Okay, that's got that guy, doesn't it? That's u theta. And then one more, z dot. Z dot is 3. Okay, sorry. 3 u and then z. There you go. Oh, dude, we got this. Everywhere you see a t, we're going to plug in a 2. Let's go. So this is going to be 4 times 2. I got it. No need for the calculator on this one. Okay. Plus 2 times 4. That's 8 divided by 2 is 4. Okay. And then plus, this don't have to do anything to that guy. Now, right? Where's Johnny Weak Sauce? Don't be Johnny Weak Sauce, right? Johnny Weak Sauce is like, you wanted the magnitude, 8 plus 4 plus 3, done, right? No, bad, right? Because this is apples, oranges, and grapes, right? These are in different directions. This is like I hat, J hat, K hat. How did we find the magnitude of I hat, J hat, K hat? Oh yeah, we squared all the components and this took square root, didn't we? So this is going to be 8 squared plus 4 squared plus 3 squared square root is equal to, I don't know how much that is. Where's my calculator? Here it is, okay? Are y'all with me? 8 squared is 64 plus 16 plus 9 equals second square root second answer equals 9.43. Now what we could do is this, right? We could say V 2 sec, right? What does that mean? Magnitude, right? And this is in meters per second, okay? It's a velocity unit, isn't it? And that would be your answer. Bam, okay? Let's see if we can find acceleration. Just exact same procedure, just more variables, okay? Harder to remember, harder for me to remember, okay? Here we go. So R double dot is 4, okay? Minus R 2t squared times theta dot squared. Theta dot squared is 0.5. Okay. And that whole thing is unit vector for the r. Okay, so plus, oh, this is so tedious, r 2t squared times theta double dot. What's theta double? Oh, that's 0. Okay, so that whole thing there is going to 0, isn't it? Plus 2 times r dot theta dot. R dot is 4t. And theta dot is 0.5. You know, this is so easy to make a mistake on. That's u theta. And then plus z double dot. What's z double dot? Nothing. Okay. Oh, Lordy. Let's put a 2 in for t. Okay. So a 2 sec equals 4 minus, put a 2 in there. 2 times 4 is 8 times point, I don't know what that is. Let me put it in my calculator because my brain's tired. 8 times 0.5 squared equals, oh, that's 2. Dadgummit. Okay. U sub r plus, that goes away. All we got left is this guy. Put a 2 in there, that's an 8. Times 2 is 16 times a half, that's an 8, isn't it? And that's u sub theta. Okay, there's that little theta. And then we can do this plus 0 u z, right? Okay. 4 minus 2? Yeah, that's 2. Okay. Again, we got to find the magnitude of this. We can do it, can't we? So 2 squared plus 8 squared square root equals, what is that, 4 plus 16? No, 4 plus, no, I don't know what that is. 4 plus 60, 8 times 8 is 64. 64 plus 4 equals inner square root, answer inner, 8.25. Meters per second squared. This is an acceleration, isn't it? So at 2 seconds, the acceleration, let me put some magnitude, is equal to, there's our answer for that, right? Okay. Man, that was a lot of things to understand, wasn't it? We learned about spherical coordinates. We got 2 new equations. Icky poo. But we learned what these things are, right? And it's just like IJK, but in a different coordinate system. And after that, if you can take the derivative, it's just plug and play, isn't it? Okay, I hope that helped, and I'll see you on the next video.